Hey, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration. I am making a grilled leg of lamb, some mashed potatoes, and some sauteed broccoli, and I'm making Lebanese garlic sauce in my blender. I want you to look in there, and I want you to notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blades in my blender instead of 2, and they are not sharp. I can run my fingers over them. It's not about the sharpness of the blade. It is about the power of the motor. I'm going to add a whole head of garlic here. I just peeled them and I sliced them in half so that I could peel them easily. And then a half a cup of olive oil and a quarter of a cup of lemon juice. And then I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt. Okay. So for this recipe, I'm actually going to just use the pulse function right here because I just want this to grind up real well. This sauce is super delicious on lamb and on steak and on chicken. That was easy. That was the whole entire recipe. Let me tell you about the rest of the blender here. So we have the smoothie function, which is 1 minute to make a smoothie or an awesome frozen cocktail like a margarita or a pina colada. No chunks of ice. We have the alternate milk setting. You start out with your nuts like your almonds, water, and a sweetener, and you get almond milk, plus you get almond meal to make crackers or bread or something out of. Then we have our grind function. That's the one that gets used most of the time in my house. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and that's where I make my peanut butter, almond butter, homemade Nutella with half the sugar, and my hummus. Of course, we have our heated wash setting, most important setting there is. You just put some water in up to about here, about 3-cup line. There are lines here. I know you probably can't see them on there. 1 squirt of dish soap. It'll sanitize itself, blends it all up, cleans it easily. And then in the red box over here, we have soup. Half an hour to chunks of veggies, broccoli, tomatoes, butternut squash, beets, whatever kind of soup you want to make, with some broth, some seasonings, onion, garlic, whatever in there. A half an hour, it goes from chunks that are like golf ball size, like that fit in your hand, to boiling in the blender, perfectly smooth soup. Heated puree does the same thing. That's, I make things in there like I make my marinara sauce on heated puree. The sauce function, I do nacho cheese sauce, hot chocolate, and my Alfredo sauce. And of course the jam function, which is so super easy. You just put your fruit and a little bit of water and your Shore gel, which comes in a little package. It's near the Jell-O in here. And a half an hour, it blends it up. It heats it to the exact right temperature. Then it beeps and you open up just this little piece right here. Add your sugar or your non-sugar sweetener in there. And it works for another 15 minutes. And you get perfect 5 to 6 cups of jam, depending on what you're making it out of. Super, super easy. I love my blender. You can get it 60% off if you host a party in July. So $139. Think about it. Great deal. I would love to party with you. If you like this recipe, go ahead and hit share, or this deal where you can get your blender so inexpensively. I've had my blender probably about 7 years now. It works perfectly. Make sure you hit share so your friends can see it and so it goes on your timeline so you can save the recipe. And follow me on Michelle's Kitchen Inspiration on Facebook, Instagram, and especially on YouTube because that's where the library of all the videos are. Thanks so much. Have a great evening.